Welcome to A Woman's Brew, where women talk about beer. You know the drill. End of June means Q2 review. I'm Joanne, and this is Tori.
Hello, hello.
And we're two beer-loving women on a mission to get more people drinking and talking about great beer. Come join us. Right, so Q2 review is a little bit late. We will acknowledge that.
We say we were recording. It was the end of June. It is very much the end of June because it is now the beginning of July. So,
we're nearly in August.
bruh. I was trying to retain our anonymity. I was trying to go. Yeah, we recorded at the start of July. To be fair, I haven't even added the stuff from July onward because I was like, just focus on June. Just focus on June. I'm not ready for August.
I've done a little bit. I was sitting updating the spreadsheet and getting everything there. So I have actually got a lot of July in there. So it was done. So I've got. I did it because three things in my list.
I think
already.
the chunk of time that I needed to go back and capture for June, it was across like 2 weeks where it was like a really busy 2 weeks. So I thought like I'm never gonna get everything from that like last week of June and up until now in July because I've done so much since then. So I was like, and I did some fridge clear out beer amnesty stuff. So I was like, oh shit, like there's no way. So I was like, just focus on end of June. So
I have more beers to add to your stash for you as well, PS. So
I think I actually was doing really
some
well.
Some of them you asked me for, so calm down. Some of them you asked me to get you when I was at Untappd, so...
To be fair, though... Whoa. On the record, Your Honour, I'd like to be really clear that you were there and you said, oh, look at this one. This sounds nice. Do you want anything else? So, to be fair, it's not like I was like, oh, Joe, when you're in Untappd, could you please get me these things? No. These were options that were not even in my brain until you were like, I'm at Untappd, look at this, and this. And I was like, oh, yeah, those are nice. I did say no to one, actually. A really nice one that I was just like, I know I'm never going to get around to drinking it. So I was like, no. Save it for the one that I will get around to drinking. Yeah. I can't believe it. We say it every quarter, but like genuinely, it feels like the longest, but also quickest.
We're halfway through the year now. Like halfway through.
Shut your mouth. Shut it. I can't. The fact that time has moved so quickly, but also so slowly, is wild. It's like so much time has passed, but seemingly not as much as I thought, but also way more than I would like. To get into what are you drinking? Let's start there.
Well, I wanted to complete the drink of beer with an interesting or like an unusual ingredient in it. So I am drinking Vault City's Blood and Ink.
Bruh!
Yeah.
I had that in my fridge and I nearly chose to have that. That's insane. I feel like we had something that we talked about whether or not it was going to be like bingo or not if we end up having the same thing by mistake. And I shit you not, it is in my inside kitchen fridge because I literally was like, I could have this, but then I thought, no, I want Rick to try it, so I did it. Anyway, sorry, carry on. That just blew my mind. That blew my balls off, the fact that you almost did that.
So it is a blackberry, cherry, plum, and squid ink sour. Now I expected it to like have a bit of like squid ink tinge to it, I guess. It is very red. It is very fruity. I don't know if I'm getting the squid ink.
I prefer that though.
Well, yeah, that's probably a good thing.
For me,
I'm not sure what the squid ink brings to it, but it is very tasty, so it's all good.
It brings that umami flavor, I bet. I don't even know if there is umami flavor in it, but I feel like but you're supposed to be like, oh, and there's umami flavor, and that's what it brings.
Yeah, there is there's that kind of almost salty element to it, so maybe I think it's probably balancing out like the blackberry, cherry, plum.
I wonder if it helps darken the cut because obviously it's red, but it's quite a dark color red. Yeah. So on the camera, it looks like a darker, like a really, really deep red color. So I wonder if the squid ink adds the darkness, like it hasn't made it black, but it's made it a very dark color. Or I wonder if maybe because we've had it for a while.
Yeah,
I
I'm wondering if when I get
if
to the bottom, I'm suddenly gonna get.
did you roll it? Is the question or anything like that? Yeah, we never think to do that, but you've now triggered my brain to be like, roll that shit.
I'm swirling the can. On their sour scale, because I enjoy the.
I love the
sour scale, and it is a 3 on their sour scale. Yeah, do you
feel it aligns?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my scale's probably different from other people because I drink a lot of sour beer. So I'm like,
true.
Yeah, it's probably mid.
I find it really hard to go back and be like, how sour is this what I'm recommending to somebody that likes sours for the same exact reason? I'm like, ugh. So
my new colleague doesn't really like sours, but it's only specific ones we're discovering. So he doesn't mind a goes. He doesn't seem to mind the fruited ones. I gave him a Flanders Red and he did not like that.
But that's so like that's you build someone up to that.
Well,
and that's you give them advance notice.
I wasn't giving it to him. I had picked it for myself, and he was like, "Oh, can I try it?" And I'm like, "You won't like it."
Yeah,
and he tried it, and he was like, he pulled a face and was like, "What do you like about this?" I'm like, "That it tastes like balsamic vinegar, dude." Yeah,
it genuinely reminds me. I think I've told you before of like when I was at Suds and Soda one time, and I had my work friend with me, who's also my real life friend, Amy. Absolutely, she's not going to hear this, but if she does, like, love you, Amy. And so we went to Suds and Soda because we both happened to be visiting our Derby office at the same time, and we were like, yay, it's sort of like a girls' trip, but it's not because we have to also work. But in the evening, we can get a beer. This is great. And I was like, oh, they've got Duchess. I'm going to get Duchess. She's like, what's that? I was like, I mean, I do not reckon. They had they have like random cheese nights on certain nights of the week. And so it was cheese night. So I was like, have to have a Duchess. And she was like, what is that? And I was like, it's a sound. She's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, like, trust me. I was like, you can try a sip of it, but
try mine before you decide to get
I was like, it's I was like, yeah, I was like, it says sour. It's not really like, I wouldn't, in someone's brain when they think sour, I don't think it's really like a Flanders Red type sour. When most people in a general audience, you go, oh, sour. And I was just like, yeah, maybe just try a sip of it, but I don't think you'll like it. She tried it. She's like, yep, no, I'm good. So I love a Flanders Red though.
Yeah. And we had a few from did you? I did. Did you have the one from Holy Goat when we were at Little Earth?
I did. That was one of my that was one of my first ones. Like, it wasn't the first or second, but I think it was like one of the first 5 that I had was that, because I was like, I just love the label, because it was Goat Witch, wasn't it? Or Blood Witch? Was it Blood Witch or Goat Witch?
But hang on.
I can't remember. I can't remember because I haven't checked those. I haven't checked the beers in yet.
I've got the big spreadsheet open.
I'm so proud of you, by the way. Oh, Doom Witch. I knew it was one of the witches.
2025. Yeah, it was one of the witches.
Love the labels for it, and I was just like, well, I'm obviously gonna get that. Like, it wasn't even it was like well, that's obviously gonna be had by me at some point. So yeah, no, I had it. Speaking of, I am using my little, this wasn't the glass that we got. Well, I'm drinking a Siren Queen of the Deep. It's the barrel aged porter. So it was barrel aged for 22 months. And then that was in a red wine barrel, and I have been aging it since. So it was bottled on the 28th of Jan 2022, and it is 11%. So yeah,
Saturday afternoon. Nice little
and it is this is why I'm glad we're not doing on a weeknight, because that's why when I first took a sip, I went, ooh for doofa, because the first sip was definitely like boozier than expected, but it is really, really, really lovely. Yeah. But I picked that because I wanted to complete my first run of the alphabet, like going by beer names, and the only other one I have that starts with Q is the Quercus Robert or one of those ones is Quirkus something from Full
Okay.
Circle. They're barrel aged ones, and those were like
Yeah.
750ml bottles. So I was like, well, that's out. So my only real option, I was hoping to hang on to this one longer. Unfortunately, Queen of the Deep has to be had in order to tick my queue off so that I can start tracking the actual brewery name alphabets. So, because I don't track until I complete it, I don't like tracking. I don't like starting the next one. So I've already wasted a whole half year of brewery names. So, but I haven't
finished my A to Z yet either. I was tracking it today.
I've got my little Earthfest glass.
Oh, I love that glass.
I know, it's not the one that we got for this festival.
No.
It's the stemmed one that I got when I put in the order when they had mentioned that they were not brewing anymore. And then I was like, no! So I put an order in, and then I needed to get a little bit more for free shipping. So I got a t-shirt and I got the stemmed glass. And I thought, well, that's great. I need to still send you the photos from Little Earthfest because I haven't yet, because I have to go through them because they're now very buried.
On social media or at Little Earthfest because Tori hasn't sent me the photos, so I can't do my thing.
I will send you the photos. I literally was like, I've done so many things since then. I need to unbury them. But I will send them to you. But yeah, very, very exciting. So I thought I'd use that because that was a fun little Q2 piece of memorabilia. So
yeah. I think technically it's Q3 though, because it was July.
Yeah, but we're recording after the fact.
We're going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it now anyway.
We'll talk about it now, I guess. Oh, well, I mean, I guess where should we start? Where should we start with things?
Do you want to talk about your beer goals? Because I still don't really know what mine are, so I'm just making them up as we go along.
I think I've added a new beer goal, which is basically, be on top of my beer goals, because all that stuff that we did and that we outlined really nice, and I've historically had stuff really well put together. Not today. No, not today. I just about got the beers logged and did the basic level.
Just to interrupt, I've just poured a bit more of my beer and it has got a little bit darker.
It does look darker.
I probably should have rolled it. I think I probably should have rolled it before I poured it. It's fine.
It's fine. You swirled. You gave it a swirl.
It still tastes good. It's fine.
It's fine. You gave it a swirl. It's all good. Yeah. My new goal is 110% to like be more on top of my goals. So yeah, I guess if we just like, I can tell you, should we do our Untappd checklists, like where we're at with our Untappd checklist in the last few months?
Yes. So one of my goals is to actually fill out this spreadsheet.
But you started. I'm so proud.
I've done it. I've also filled in the previously tried. I filled in my previous count. I put in whether I tried it last year because you've added all these fun columns in this year. And I have gone through and seen where I'm at with what I've had. So now that I've filled this in,
I am just to interrupt. I am pissing myself laughing at the fact that you were like, you added all these fun columns, but I can't really tell because the way you said it, I can't work out if it was like a positive or a negative. I was going to say, for my anxiety's sake, positive.
That was a positive, but like it just took me ages to fill it in. So now that I've filled it in, I want to bear in mind, so last year's total was 191 styles, right? There is no way I'm hitting that goal this year. No way. Because I'm just not drinking as much beer this year. I've discovered. Yeah. So on my Untappd beer styles, I completed 22 in January, 2 in February because I only drank like 2 beers in February.
You were like ill for like most of February.
I was ill for a big chunk of February. Yeah. March I knocked off 14. April I knocked off 25. 3 in May, 8 in June. Okay. And I'm currently at for to the end of quarter 2. I'm at 74 beer styles tried.
Okay.
It's like 200.
270.
207, yeah, that sounds about right.
270.
270, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to do as well this year. But have I tried anything this year that I didn't try last year? Let's have a quick squiz. I don't think I have. She says scrolling. I haven't yet tried anything that I didn't try last year. I've not done anything. I've done a lot of pale ales.
That's what's really funny is like when we look at the evolution of this podcast as well, you used to just be like, I know that obviously circumstances have changed and your job has probably also like contributed towards this, but it's just really funny because I remember like probably if we were to do the same spreadsheet 5 years ago when we first started, like I reckon you would have had more of the other, like you probably maybe not so much like the harder to get ones because obviously you get those when you're traveling for work and stuff, but like your pale and IPA and whatever count would probably be so much lower than what it is now.
Yeah, I reckon it would, because
and your stouts would be like
I definitely drink more hopped beer now due to my job. Out of necessity. So I didn't try it last year, but I have tried it this year, a spiced / herbed beer, and I had Flourish chocolate this year.
Nice.
But everything else I've had before. Oh, my wheat beer is lacking. I'm lacking on my wheat beers.
Your wheat beer game is...
And my stouts, actually. Normally I've like knocked out stouts like early doors.
Let me have a look at mine. So okay, if I look at mine, at the moment, my last year's total was 165. My current total is 99. And I put, in order to beat my current total, I'd have to average 14 beers a month to beat this. So I think I did mine last year, but as you've just given your rundown.
Average.
Yeah, well, I wanted to math because I'm bad at math, so I can't do it on the spot. So I planned it out of like, in order to do this, and the math still might be wrong.
This is my goal.
In order to beat what I did last year, I have to have 14 a month, and the math still might not be mathing. So I don't know. Take that for what you will with a pinch of salt. I think we did the breakdown last month when we went over it, but I will do it again just in comparison to yours. So I did 37 in January, so smash that 14. February I did 11, close enough. March I did 27, which kind of made up the difference there. April 7, May 5, so obviously those lower numbers, and then June was 12 for what I have logged, unless I might have missed some stuff. But I just don't know if I drank that much in June, to be honest, because I think there was so much stuff going on that I might have had like 1 or 2 beers here or there, but I didn't really sit down and have like, there was gaps where I had like a few beers in one go and then just like weeks of nothing. And I think because we haven't really had a lot of opportunities to record in June because of it. And then when we did, it was like, oh, we're having, 2 beers and, some of the styles, this is obviously new style. So like the fact I've managed 12 without drinking that much.
That's pretty impressive.
In June's all right. And I have nothing logged for July yet. So my July is 0, but I'm confident that will change. So, like this is a Baltic Porter. I don't think I've got a Baltic Porter yet. So, there's that. So I've got 99 total. So, like...
That's pretty good going.
That's not bad. For 6 months, for the 6-month mark, the half-year mark, I've got just under 100 out of 270 styles. So, I reckon, diamonds are made under pressure, my dude. So, I feel like
you are going to have to start...
6 months is going to...
have to start... getting more
caring.
Though. No, it won't. No, like,
don't you tell me how to live my life.
Like, girl, out of experience, having done 191 last year, you've got to get intentional. You've got to be like, I need to look for these styles that I haven't ticked off, because otherwise you're not going to do it. Because otherwise you just end up yes. I mean, I think we do quite well because we do go, that's weird, I want to try that. Like we're not the kind of people that just go IPA or stout. Like we try all
lager.
We do drink quite broadly anyway.
I go, what's the weirdest shit you've got on your menu?
If you want to hit your numbers, you got to start being intentional, because often the weirdest thing is a sour something. And you'll have already ticked
these
that
are
off.
rookie
So
numbers. They're rookie numbers. The thing is, those, like, is it weird though that I kind of like it? I kind of like going, you know what? It's kind of fun to just go, how many can I get without trying? But I do get it. Like I think what will happen is the next quarter, I've got some travel coming up. So what is it? July, August, September. So I've got some travel coming up. Nothing massively major, just like, you know, within an hour or two of an hour or two flight of where I am. So I reckon in this rest of the quarter, I'm going to carry on just being like, ha ha ha, fun. Let's just see what I can do. And then Q4 is going to be
Q4, you're trying to smash it out.
Yeah. So like Q3, it's like diamonds are made under pressure, but I'm not materialistic. What am I going to do with those? And then in Q4, it's going to be
You want to hit those goals.
Actually, because you live in though, innit? I need those diamonds. And so it's going to be like, I got to get down to business. Don't trademark me for that, because that's one of the girls in my team. She taught me diamonds are made under pressure, but I'm not materialistic. What am I going to do with those? And like kills me. So that's kind of how I'm viewing the next quarter. But I do probably need to. These are rookie numbers, even though they're good. So
I mean, they're not far off. So looking back at what I did last year, because I got my beer journal open, so I can tell you. January to June last year, I did 132 beer styles.
Okay.
In the first half of the year. So you're not far off.
Massively far
and
off.
You're not, and like you're not aiming for 191, which is what I did. So
yeah, I'm not. I don't have a set goal. I just want to beat what I did last year. But I think it's funny because you're right. I go in and I go, "What's the weirdest thing?" Like, I'm not even joking when I say I go into places and I go like, you know, I'll be like, "What?" I literally drink anything. What do you recommend? Like, I will say, I know people hate this, but I'm like, what do you recommend? Like, if I can't make up my mind, because there's a lot of good things on, I'm like, what would you recommend out of all this? They're like, what do you drink? Everything. And they're like, but specific. I'm like, no, specifically everything. So you tell me your favorite out of this menu, and it's not going to disappoint me. I'm not. If I felt I was in the mood for something specific, I'd say I drink anything, but at the moment I feel like I'm in the mood for blah 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 thing. If I'm not, I'll just go, I can't make up my mind. They're all really good. I like everything. Tell me your favorite one on this menu. But as you said, if I go in and say, what's the weirdest thing you have? It tends to be a sour, because I think sours are the most forgiving with putting weird shit in it.
Yeah.
So it tends to be that it'd be like, oh, great, a sour. But then it will be like sour other or smoothie sour. And I'm like, I already have them.
Also, you think, like, you go by the beer name.
Or the label, which will be like blah, 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 sour. And then you're like...
that will tell you or something. And then when you actually go on Untappd, it's just under sour other again.
Sour other. And you're like, yeah, that's...
something else. And I'm like, I drank that because it said it was a so-and-so. And then when I went to look, it wasn't. So that's where it trips you up. Because
that's it.
Bound to that list that we took off.
You go, ooh, that's an interesting one. I'll go with that one. And then it's like, again, it's just like, sour other or stout other. And you're like...
You're right. You're like...
like, I can't make my sigh loud enough. I don't have the sass level of my dog to make that sound loud, like the sigh loud enough for you to hear that. But I will say, like, looking at the ones that I didn't have last year, but I had this year, the first one that came up, I sort of cheated. So I didn't have it last year, but I've had it historically, and that's flavoured malt beverage. And that's because of when I got those Down East blue slushy ciders like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I brought it back from the US. Tasted like blue, was fantastic. Was holding on to it.
Yeah.
Put a pin in what I've just said, because actually I've got something to tell you after that. Okay. This is great because this is also our just general catch up time, because we haven't had a chance to actually speak on the phone that much. Yeah. But last year, I only had one more can of this, and I've been waiting, because I'm like, I'm waiting for the right moment to deploy the Down East cider blue slushy. Didn't do it last year. Was like, now I'm trying to tick off an Untappd list. Now's the time. Deploy. And then I like let that grenade go. I took the pin out, I threw it, and then I was like, boom! Like, malt beverage.
Counts. So also, when I was going back through and I was putting in... if I had those styles before, and I like, you go on your Untappd and you have a look at, and it shows you how many you've had. On my sheet, I did that. I listed that on my sheet last year, and so I was using that to kind of compare. And so I had a few that were like, I have never tried this style. So they were marked, and I'd marked those off already. And then I was going back and putting in the number of the ones that I'd had. And about 5 came up as you've had one of those. And I was like, no. When I did this at the beginning of 2024, I had not had this, and I did not have one last year. So they've moved. So some of the beers that I've had, or possibly ciders, have moved around. They've changed category. And so I'd marked off about 5 that I didn't have them last year, but I'd had them previously, and they moved into a category that I'd never had before, and so it counted that I'd had it. And I was like, who is changing the freaking styles of these beers? So,
and this is my problem with, and this is the problem that I understand that this is specifically the Untappd styles checklist, but this is part of the problem. It's just like, oh, it's so annoying.
They just move around. And I was like, I have record that I had not had that style before, and now you're telling me that I've had one. And then I was like, what is it? And I was like, oh, that's now. And so now I've had in the past a malted beverage.
But you're like, I haven't had it
because I didn't think I had, and apparently I have now because something has been moved into that category.
I thought
okay,
I
Untappd.
Gave you one of the blue slushy ones when I came back, and that I thought I did. Oh, sorry,
no.
Blue.
It's fine.
Blue. Tastes like blue. Had something the other day that I tasted. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But Rick said, "I'll try this or whatever," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It was Rick got dope. So we had we used Too Good to Go, which is people, for anyone that doesn't know, it's when businesses are getting rid of stuff like a bakery, for example. They've made fresh bread, they haven't sold it all. By the end of the day, they list it on this app so that you can get it. So it helps reduce food waste. You get it at a cheaper price, helps reduce food waste, and you get a good product. So we had Unholy Donuts near us. So we frequently get Unholy Donuts. So Rick came home with a Solero donut, and it had like green frosting and everything. And I was like, oh, they did a Dubai chocolate. Is this Dubai chocolate? And he's like, nah, I think it's Solero. So he tried it and he's like, definitely a Solero. And I was like, but I thought Soleros were orange and that's green. And he goes, yeah, but it's like lime and orange. And I was like, okay, fine. So I tried it and I went, oh, it tastes like green. And I just thought that you would appreciate the fact that I was like, it tastes like green. And all I could think was like, this is when you get freeze pops and they would be green freeze pops. And I'd be like, hate that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate it. It tastes like green and I don't like green. I'm like now I was, yesterday's years old when I was like, oh, green is lime. But I like lime. Like I like Diet Coke and lime. I like adding lime to things, but green flavor.
Lime flavoring. Green flavor, no.
It ain't the one.
Not the one.
Look at it. I've got an 18 count of stuff that I hadn't had last year, but I have tried this year. But some of it is stuff, like I said, Doppelbox, where it's like I've had that, I just didn't have it last year. Yeah. There's only 4 that I haven't had before, full stop, supposedly.
Only 4? Wow.
Yeah, that I did have. So I've got, they're all lagers. They're all lagers bar 1, which is a lambic.
1, 2.
Yeah, but I haven't had all of those yet.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
I think the only meads I had already. I had that style.
So I've had 33 that I've never had before.
I don't think I've had any. Well, I might have had some this year, but any ones I've had this year so far are ones that I'm just looking at this year. And so there's only 4 things.
I've had 33 things. That's 33 styles that I've never tried.
All the ones that I haven't tried, the majority of them. There's one that's lambic traditional that I hadn't had before. I hadn't had a traditional lambic that I'd put in Untappd before. Yeah. And then had it this year. I think if I had it before, I probably didn't put it into Untappd because I probably went, I don't know how to spell this. I don't even know where to begin on this. No.
I've had 3 traditional lambics in the past. I've not had one yet this year.
The other ones were all stars that I'm not gonna say, but it was like a Czech amber and a Czech pale, and I'm not gonna try to say what their actual, like, how you say it. And a Lichtbier, I'm gonna guess is what the other one was, but that's the only one I'm gonna attempt to pronounce. So, and it was called Druid Lager. I feel like you'd appreciate that one. It's a Brasserie de la Seine. So that was good. It's a really good one, actually. Enjoyed it. So yeah, I think I'm doing okay on those so far. Just plodding along.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Goals. I've been trying to avoid going through the goals because I haven't really updated all of them.
Go on, you go through your goals, because mine are do the challenges and do a bit more in my journal.
Mine are so bad because it's like, I mean, mine, I can make this. There's a lot of things, but I can make it real quick, which is like go to a brewery and blog about the experience. Didn't really do that in that was an incomplete thing from 2024. I've gone to not a brewery, but a venue, blogged about it, but it's a place that I went to last year. So I haven't visited somewhere and blogged about it, let alone a brewery this year, as far as I don't think I have. I'll have to revisit. But I think the closest I've done is done an outline and then been like, I'll publish this later, and then never did. So that's so far not done. Cook a savoury dish and a sweet dish using beer. Haven't done that yet. Beer and a sidecar / bomb at a dive bar. Haven't done that yet. That's a tricky one. Visit a winery. I've done. I already said that last quarter. Bottle share. Have to attend a bottle share, which I guess technically. So what's funny is the visit a winery. I did that with Ruth and Rachel, and then the bottle share, which like my criteria was minimum of 3 people, not including someone you live with, and everyone must bring at least 1 bottle to be counted in that number. When we went to Little Earth Fest, I camped with Ruth and her friend Sarah, and we each brought a bottle and shared it. So I think that's a bottle share, isn't it? Because I was like, we organised, we're all bringing a bottle. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to count that. That's technically Q3. Counted it. Did it, mate?
Yeah.
Great. I said I'd like to read at least 2 different beer themed books. 1 per half year. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, that we're just not going to talk about that.
You can still got 6 months. You can read 2 in.
We're just not even going to go through. If I'm being honest, we're just not going to go through mine right now because it's just not like I'm reading through this and I'm like, yeah, no. I'll be better organized for Q3. So my new goal is be organized. Yeah. Be organized for the next 6 months.
You can do a review. You can drop off things that you just don't think are working. Like you're just like, I don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like I've changed. You know, things have happened in my life in the last 6 months, and now I just don't. That doesn't serve me anymore. So you can definitely
mid-year crisis.
Any goals that don't serve you anymore.
Yeah, I'll have a mid-year crisis, and I'll shed the stuff that I can't. That don't bring me joy. I'll Marie Kondo them. I'll be like, you don't bring me joy anymore. Because like when I put like drink more trad / cask, make a conscious effort to order at least 24 different cask beers, 2 per month 24? By the end of the year. Yeah. Because I thought like averaging out to 2 a month, if I just go like once and get a whole
have you done that?
a metric F ton of cask in one go, like that does me for a few months. So I think you'll be surprised to find I haven't. Like I've done it a few times where I'm like, oh, okay, great, cool. But like the majority of places I go, I'm like, oh, I went one place that was, I was checking out a pub that opened up local to me. Met Rachel because it was a good meeting point for the 2 of us. And I was like, oh, they have cask. These are beers that I don't really care about regardless. So I'll just make a conscious effort to order cask. Then I was like, well, the only things I really want to drink are keg. And I got 1 cask beer And you'll be proud of me for this. I got one cask beer,
Yeah.
and it was bad. So it's the first time in my
No.
life, but the first time in my life I've ever
You took
done
it back?
this. I took it back. Because
We had
normally
to
I
take one back
gaslight
the other
myself.
week.
I gaslight
Yeah.
myself into going, maybe it's me and it's not the beer. But then I think because I had Rachel there and she had had this one before, I went, this tastes like vinegar. And it's not what I'm we're not talking about like, we're not getting a wild, like this is not something weird and wonderful. This is like a English IPA or something like that. And I was like, this does not, I don't care that it's made with nettle. This does not taste right.
No.
And I was like, it's not tasting as I expect. And it doesn't really match how it looks either. And she was like, I had that one. So I was like, can you take a sip of this? And she took a sip and she goes, that is not what it tasted like. And I was like, okay. And I like sheepishly was like, I'm bringing it back. But I sort of was like, I confidently like marched over there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no. But then I wanted to be polite about it. So I was like,
yeah,
this, I don't think this tastes right. So you might just want to like, but then I followed up with like, I don't know if it was just the one you served me or like as if they could have served me something else.
Yeah.
And it was so bad because then they said, oh, I was like, I don't know if you want to do something about it. And they got me another drink. They were really great. And then I heard one of them talking to the others and they were like, it takes a really long time to clean cask lines. So just don't bother. And I was like, I hope they're at least taking it off.
At least put
like
you
don't have to change the keg.
Don't serve
just
this anymore. No,
don't serve it.
Don't serve it. Well, so we had that happen to us. So my German colleagues were over and we were in a pub and they were like, oh, we'll try this. And a couple of them got pints of something on cask. And then and my colleague Dan tried it and he just went, Joe, this isn't right. It's like, Joe, just double check that I'm not wrong about this. But
you
like,
need the validation.
I didn't even taste it. Like I just smelt it and was like, nope. I was like, that is either off. I was like, or they need to clean their lines. I was like, because that is gross. So and our German colleagues were very much about, we're the German tourists. We'll go tell them. We don't mind. And they went up and they were like, this isn't right. And then the person behind the bar was like, oh yeah, that's off. We shouldn't have sold that. So they knew it was bad and no one had covered it off, or they just hadn't told the rest of the bar, and one of the people had served us with it and they shouldn't have done because it was off. So I was like, cool, put like a fucking cup over it or something. Like
I was like, I don't mind that it takes a while to clean cask lines,
behind
but
the bar just knows that you're not serving that, because we got served 2 pints of it.
Like I said, I don't mind if they go, it's a bitch to clean the lines. We can't, like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. But like, then don't serve it, because I thought like, oh, that looks interesting, but then I was like, smell wise, it's hard to go by because I don't know when they put nettle in it. Like it was made with nettle, so I'm like, maybe that's changed something. Smell like vinegar, though. No, but it didn't smell like vinegar.
Oh,
and that's the thing, is like it smelled. Yeah, it smelled different than I expected.
Yeah,
but it was hard for me to tell because I was like, I don't know if maybe that's done something fine. Look wise, I went, I don't really know. It wasn't very clear what the style was because it was just like, oh, it's a seasonal. So it's only that I only knew that it was an English IPA or something like that as of today when I went to go log it as something that I had tried. Because I did log it as something I tried, because like I did try it, except I sent it back because it was awful. So I made the note of like, sent it back, awful. But it wasn't something that, like, because I didn't know 100%, I just knew that it wasn't something that was weird and wonderful because I knew the chain of the pub. So I was like, it's not going to be something that's intentionally tasting like this, and it doesn't even taste right if this is what they're going for, if that makes sense. You know, you can tell the difference between like vinegary because it's supposed to, and vinegary because it's off. Like I was like,
it's different.
Oh, it was not the one. But you know what? It sort of instilled confidence in me because I was like, I knew from the first sip, I was like, immediately no. I was like, this is immediately no. But let me just get a second opinion because you've had it before. And she was like, nope, big no. And so I was like, you know what? I've taken 2 sips out of this. I'm taking it back because I can't even pretend that and I was only drinking half, so it's not like they've lost a whole pint. And I was like, no, I can't even pretend to drink more than 2 sips of it, and they were like, "Do you want something else?" And I was like, "The lager, just the lager, please." Like,
Yeah.
the one time I went, I'm making a conscious effort for cask, and I was like, "It's off. Please give me keg." So that was not the one, but I mean, there's still 6 more months, but I don't think I'm going to hit,
Yeah.
okay. 24. I'm trying, but 24 is aggressive for me. I don't like cask that much. I did go someplace and they had a sparkler though, and I noticed that they had a sparkler, and I was like, "Oh!" It was surprising.
We had to
somewhere in the south.
Sparkler was. We had to explain what sparkler was to the Germans, and then we were in Untappd and we were having cask there, and I was just like, "Sparkler or no sparkler?" And they were like, "Sparkler." I'm like, "Cool." And then we had to explain to the Germans why that was weird down south.
I did take a photo. I just don't remember where it was, and so I can't easily find the photo. But we were somewhere, and I went, "Oh, is there a sparkler here?" And it was somewhere down south, and I went, "That looks like a sparkler." And then I took a photo because I was like, "It is." Somewhere deep within the realms of my photo album.
Yeah,
I was shocked. I was like, "What? Like here? Oh, okay. I'll go with it." It tasted good though, so I can't complain. I can't be part of the no sparkler crew.
No, I did also. Do you remember I told you that Jordan at Untappd said that he'd come up with a new beer style?
Yes.
I finally got to try it.
I'm really gutted it wasn't in cans because I was like, I want to try that.
I would have got you one otherwise, but it's on cask in the Untappd tap room, and it is a dark mild IPA.
Now I'm gonna have to make the journey to Brighton, but it's the summer, so making the journey to Brighton is awful. It's awful. It was sunny the other day, and we thought, where are we going to take a day trip to? And I thought, I kind of want to go see Untappd. I kind of want to go to I want to go to a few places in Brighton, and it's sunny. It's lovely. We'll go to the beach.
It'd be rammed.
And then I thought about the traffic to get into Brighton, and I was like, and it was already already 9:30, and I was like, I would have loved to have gone to the beach. And Rick's like, we would have had to have gotten up about 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
So we went to Surrey instead.
Yeah. But kind of just told the Germans that it was. I was like, this is a black IPA, because they were like, what's a dark mild IPA? And I'm like, it's a black IPA. Shh, Jordan's trying something new. I was like, but the rest of us all just know it's a black IPA. Sorry, Jordan.
I don't know. Look, you said it, not me. I said nothing. I have no preconceived notions. I don't know anything other than the fact that he's tried a new style. I'm here for it. Can it? I'll try it. I'm excited about it.
It's the second runnings from Stoutzilla that they use. So they pull off the first runnings because
it's a party guile.
An imperial stout, and then the second runnings is they use for the dark mild IPA, which I mean it was very mild if that's a descriptor. I would like more if we're going for IPA. I'd like a bit more hop in it, but it was still freaking delicious. I had a pint of it. That's how delicious it was. So,
you know what? There needs to be more party guiles. Just needs to be more party guiles. Like, so you can go, it's a black, the mild IPA, whatever you want to call it, but it's also a party guile. So you've like ticked off another box. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't get a lot of those. So it's like, we don't knowingly get a lot of those. Yeah, so I'm here for that. I know it's fun. Like, the name's fun. Yeah. The idea is fun. Like, I just think, what can you do? Like, what can you make? Like you said with the second runnings, what can you make with it? Sounds like this was interesting. I'm here for it. Now I just have to find a time to get down to Brighton when it's not stupidly
heaving.
Yeah. And I can actually park and not queue for an hour. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous.
My beer goals. I wanted to work more in my beer journal, which I have done a little bit. I've set myself up some trackers for our drinking challenge and for the drink harder challenge, and I've done my layout for my best beers of 2025. So I've got those. I've also set up a tracker for try all the beers which is where I'm tracking all of the recommended beers that we're going to try over time. So I was going to try them all again, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to go back because some of these I've had before, and I'll probably never get them again. But I had them in a previous part of my life, so I'm just going to put in when I tried them.
That's fair. Could you color code the years?
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I hadn't thought about that. I think I'll do that. And then I'm going to do some notes. I'm going to do some spreads where it's I'll put them in and make some, if I made notes on them, I'll share the notes and stuff. Because I went through this and I've just had a look, and I didn't put it on there because I didn't think I was ever going to get to try it. But this past weekend I tried King Sue and Pseudo Sue from Topple and Goliath.
Oh, okay.
They are recommended beers. And I've never tried those before, so I'm going to have to add them onto the end of my list so I can tick them off because I have tried them now. Pseudo Sue, in particular, really enjoyed Pseudo Sue. Can recommend.
So, I feel like I've got a really cool visual idea on the beers to try. Like you could do it a brick wall, but just a plain, just black outline, just brick wall. And then every time you try one, you could write the name on the brick, and then you can color in from the year. And so some bricks could be multiple colors if you've got it multiple times in a year, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, tried Jaipur for 5 years in a row or something like that. You could have a really cool making use of all the colors, but if you do it as a brick wall, you can always add more to it in future years. I think that would be a really cool idea.
That's cool. Currently it's just kind of a list that's got all of the beers, and then I've got a tried, so I'm going to put the date in that I tried it and the page of the book where I found information about it.
Yeah, I guess you could also do that, or the
page in my journal where it is. I've got that.
Yeah, equally satisfying, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that, and then basically I'm just trying to keep on top of the spreadsheet and keep on top of these challenges, which I am doing a little bit of. I'm keeping on top of my spreadsheet. Can I just acknowledge that the reason that everyone uses Untappd is because it is so easy to just pull your phone out, take a snap, check it in, done. It is significant amounts of work to fill in this spreadsheet.
Look, you don't have to. I gave it to you, so you could.
I don't have to, but I have been exalting the virtues of, we've chosen not to rate and make notes on beers in Untappd because, I've personally heard from brewers that those ratings are stopping their beers from being bought by distributors, which isn't cool because I get that that is then air quotes rating the popularity of them, but also some people are doing it out of spite you know, or to get attention. It's not
they're just they are earlier on in their beer journey, or maybe not as, maybe they don't care. It might just be that they're not as bothered, and that's cool, but that because they're not as bothered and they're not as they don't realize the impact they have, so they're trying something because they're supporting their local business,
they're just doing it for their personal from their personal point of view,
which I completely get. But then you don't go a sour's a sour. I hate sours. One
cool, that's your that's you. But I don't like that it is then being used as a rod against breweries when times were already tough.
Agree.
I found it very interesting as well that so I was at the We Are Beer Industry Conference recently, and they were also using Untappd insights for some of their reports. So, the data that is within Untappd is being used for all sorts of things by various different parts of the industry. But I feel like that's really difficult because it's, people are just putting in random things and yet it's being used to define
good and bad
industry. It's being used to define industry standards
and worthiness.
And that's and that's not in people's minds when they're using this app. I find that very difficult. So we've made this conscious decision not to do that. So we're not feeding into that data. We are just saying that we had it.
And I don't even do it for all of them. I don't even do it for all of them. It tends to be more when I'm on the go, or if it's depending on what it is.
I've definitely forgotten sometimes I'm in.
sometimes I do it on the. I have definitely not done all of it, but sometimes I do it because I'm like, I don't want to forget about this later. If I don't have a can with me, for example, I'm like, okay, check this in because I won't know later. But there's a lot of times that I don't. There's a lot that's not on my Untappd.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to see how their stats. So I've also been doing it because I kind of want to see how their stats stand up to mine.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the badges, I'm like,
I've never really been that bothered about the badges.
yeah, it's not that I'm bothered about them, but it's a fun surprise. Like when you check something in and then it's like, you are on this one. And I'm
this
like,
level
oh,
of whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool.
It's gamified and I love a good
You
game.
do love a good gamified.
I'm like, oh,
have you seen the pictures of the people that go to the Great American Beer Festival and they've got like sashes? They've made badges out of the Untappd badges and they have like a sash with them all on.
Get out.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a photo of like 2 people. I think it's about 2 people who have got like they've made the badges out of their Untappd badges and they're actually like walking around with it on being like, look at my Untappd badges. Commitment, that is.
There's commitment for sure. Cool. Love that.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've been filling in stuff. So I have been filling things out in my journal, which I'm quite proud of myself for. Shall we see where we're at with our Women's Brew drinking challenge?
Let's.
How do you want to do this? Now, I mean, because there's quite a few. There are quite a few. There's 40 prompts on this. So let's not go through everything. Let's run through what we've done.
I can't. I haven't even filled mine out, so I can't even. Like, I was just going to make it up on the spot. So should we just like not do it this quarter? Let's get all caught up to date on it, and then we can both do it in Q3. Yeah. Packed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
What we can do though is I do have the list. I've got the list. Yeah. Well, last time I had to talk through it on my own because you hadn't filled it out, and I was like,
I hadn't done it yet, and I finally filled it out.
Now I'm behind, so I'm the naughty pupil. But I do have the other list that was our overarching, like the key ones that we had taken away that aren't necessarily on that spreadsheet. So we had like brewery bingo. So have you done brewery bingo? I haven't done a single one on brewery bingo, which is infuriating.
I think I've only done one. I think I went to Black Lodge. And then I was like, which breweries have I been to? And I don't think any of them have got start with those letters. I was like, I've been to Hand. No. I went to Elusive. No. I went to Liquid Light. No.
I did the same thing where I went, this, like, remember when we first picked this at the start of the year? We're like, this will be dead easy. So easy. Yeah, we're like, it's what, like five things. Yeah. BINGO. Yeah. Great. Five places. We can do this. Not a problem. And I've had breweries that start with all of those things, but I have not gone to their location. And I'm like, I thought this was going to be easy. I can't. One of them, Indie Rabble's very close to me. I just haven't had a chance to get there.
That's hilarious.
So
I
that's
also
fine.
Need to go back through and see what beers I've had out of United Pints, because I'll have definitely had one from England. I just haven't logged it yet. I've had one from Scotland. I feel like I must. Oh, I have had one from Wales. Northern Ireland is sticking with me. I've had a few Irish beers, but they're
specifically
Northern Ireland. So that one's sticking at the moment for me. And in my A to Z, I'm doing beer names, and I've got everyone apart from Q, X, and Z.
I've got mine now as of today. Got them. So everything from this point onward that I log, and I'm so thankful I haven't done my July ones yet, besides this one. Everything from this point onward is now going to count towards the alphabet. So for the brewery alphabet. Yeah.
What were your X and Z?
I had Yorkshire Porter from Queen City Brewery, and I've had Zero Gravity from Good Chemistry.
Oh, okay. What did you have for X?
XYZ from Busa de Brigante.
Gave you that one.
You did. You sure
I had that
did.
one in 2024.
Well, sucks to suck, is what it is. I saved mine. I played the long game. I knew this would happen. I
had
held on
mine
to it.
at Brew in 2024.
And unfortunately, that was literally, I think, the only one that I had that started with X. So
Yeah.
next year is going to suck unless I plan for it this year. Because I feel like I'm going to do the alphabet every year. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got everyone now, so I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Well, I'm looking. Recommendations, everyone, for Q, X, and Z beer names for me, please. Let me know where I can get those.
Exciting times. I'm excited to see can I do it with the breweries now, because I'm like, Q, I've got Q, I already have Q lined up. It's going to be X, Y, and Z for the brewery side, but like,
yeah,
we didn't say these had to be like proper craft breweries. So like, actually, I could go to 0 Degrees and get one of their brewed on site beers, and that's Z ticked off. So it's just X and Y. Just saying.
Fine, whatever. Fine. Should we look at our drink harder challenge then?
Yeah.
Mate, my tracker is looking very empty. It's looking very empty.
I'm going to let you talk about them because I don't have them filled out,
okay.
so I'm just going to make it up.
So,
with real facts.
Real facts. Number one, drink the beer that has been in your fridge the longest. I drank Annam Cherry last quarter review.
Ooh, I have had I'd Oscar Blues Death by Affogato, which has been sitting in my fridge for years. So I don't know if it's been in there I don't know if it's technically there the longest.
Yeah.
But I won't have a metric to be able to say whether or not I did this because I have no idea in that regard. But I have had one that's been in there for many
Whatever
years.
Whatever you think is the oldest in your fridge.
I'm happy to go like tick, because that was one of the first lot that I had that I'd been sat there waiting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like I might have done this. I just need to go back and look through my photos. But drink a can rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and make a photo collage to show it off. So I just need to go back through because I'm pretty sure I probably had a can in all of those colours.
Can wise, definitely. I've definitely done this can wise. Are we talking about like solid colour? Because that's if it's the majority.
I don't think
can we
so.
just agree
you
majority colour?
Yeah, no, you just as long as it feels rainbow enough, then I think you can have that.
Okay, I think I've definitely done this. I think that's safe to say. I'd put my money on the fact that yes, I have. Watch, it'll be like it'll be like green or something.
We'll report back. So I've done green. I know I've definitely done green. And I've definitely just done red because this one counts as red. Go to a speakeasy. I don't think I'm ever going to do that.
Oh!
You've been, haven't you?
I have! Yes, I have! Yay! I did this one in Prague. It's really, really cool. I want to talk about it now. This is for me to talk about. The Anonymous bar in Prague. So when you think like Anonymous, is exactly what it's spelled exactly as you think. It's like the hackers and that's not the. It's like not like it's like the hackers have come together and opened a bar, but it is that theme, and they've also got like a V for Vendetta themed sort of like bar with the mask and stuff. I went to the speakeasy one, which is hidden in one of their barbecue restaurants, I think, and you go up to the point that I knew that it was hard to find the entrance. And I had instructions as to how to find the entrance, and I still couldn't find the fucking entrance. I had to wait for somebody to go, like somebody else went in before us, and I went, well, I guess that's the entrance then. And it's behind a painting, but I just couldn't work out. I was like, how do I get in? So I just, it was great. Went in, so cool, because you then get your cocktails. It's obviously it's not a beer related thing, it's cocktails, but you get your cocktails based on there's multiple rounds depending on how long you stay. The first round's ink blot, so it's called the Anonymous, so it's an Anonymous bar psychologist or something like that. I'll find the name of it, we can link it, because it is really cool. It was recommended to me by my friend, so it was one thing that was like definitely on the list. Easily the coolest bar that I've ever gone to, because then you pick ink blot and you get to keep it, and that ink blot is the drink that they make you. And there'll be like some tasting notes, but you don't really know what's in it.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to go if
That's
you've got like
cool.
allergies or anything like that, because I think you can tell them you have an allergy, but like bold move. So you might not even end up with something you like, but I was like, this one's pretty, it's black and pink and silver, let's go with that one. And I think I ended up liking Rick's better, but it was fine. And then the second round, it was like you listen to music and then you pick which track on an album feels most like you, or like most in the moment of what you're wanting to drink. And like they've got like classical and rock and like hard rock and just a whole bunch of stuff, and you'd be like, today I want hard rock, and they're like, great, awesome. And then you just go track 5 and they're like, great. And then they come over and they're like, here is your track 5. We stayed for 2 or 3 courses because we were like, what's happening next? It was so it's anonymous bar shrink's office. That's what it was. It's called the shrink's office. So cool. Hands down the coolest bar experience of it. It's very dark. It's just awesome. So yeah, went to a speakeasy. Got my drink based on an ink blot and a rock song. So no idea what they're not popular songs either. It's just random.
Yeah. Cool. I like that. Number 4, try 20 plus beers in a single day at a festival. Share or be a hop. I didn't think I was going to do this, but this is actually a Q3 one because I've just been to London Craft Beer Festival and I tried 23 different beers.
I hate you for this because I got all the way up to 18 when I was in Prague, and I'm like, why
I did not think I was going to be able to do it. And then I counted up, literally yesterday, I was like, how many beers did I have? And I was like, yes, I did it without even thinking. So there. I think that London Craft Beer Festival is your chance to do that, and it's gone.
Great, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Organise a group outing to a brewery. I will do this in Q3. I have not done it yet.
I don't think I've done, not to a brewery.
Yeah,
I've not done it to a brewery. What, I guess, just for future me, what are we qualifying as like a group outing? Are we going to say the same rules? Are basically as long as you take 2 or more people and it's not somebody that you live with.
3 of you, at least 3 of you.
Because like 2 feels like that's just like a
you could just go with
catch up. Yeah, but I'll say like not someone you live with and not just one other person, because it's easy to convince one other person to go. You've got like, I feel like for it to be a group, 2 as a pair, 3 as a group. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I think that's fair.
Don't think I've done it already. We'll report back next quarter if I have.
I'm organising for brewers to go to various different breweries, so
that's not fair. You've got the upper hand.
I've got that in the back. 6, try a flagship beer at a brewery you've never been to before. I'm going to struggle with this one. A brewery I've never been to before. Hard.
I think technically I can probably consider this one done going to Buxton, because I think I had one of their core range beers.
I'll allow it.
And that was the first time that I'd gone to Buxton. I'll have to review what I actually had, but I think I think after we had the interview with Sophie, when I went to Buxton, I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, get the flagship one.
get a core.
Yes.
I think I'm going to struggle to do that, so we'll see how that goes. 7, drink beers brewed in 10 different states. I haven't filled this in because I was like, I don't know what states some of these beers I've drunk in. But has it got to be states, or can we do like counties?
States.
It's got to be states.
States. Counties is way too easy, because if you go to California, you could just be like, you go to, Washington, you're like, boom, 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 boom. It's got to be states. Look, I didn't make this rule up. It says states. The Drink Harder Challenge says
yes, but the Drink Harder Challenge is set in the US. It's not
states.
Set over
it
here.
Says state. Yeah, it says states though.
Fine.
It doesn't say drink a beer from 10 different counties.
Fine. That's because these people are based in America.
Yeah, well, that's the challenge, isn't it?
Fine.
I mean, look, I'm not going to pressure you.
You just watch me do it now. You watch me do it now.
I'm not going to pressure you, Joe. You do what you'd like to do.
I will. Don't you worry. Drink a past beer school winner. I don't know what the beer school winner is, so I need to look at that.
I managed to get 5 different ones. So I got 5 different states so far.
What ones have you got?
I have got obviously Massachusetts, Washington. So Massachusetts, Washington, Vermont, California, and Maine. Maine's easy. Maine and Massachusetts are pretty much givens for me every year.
States, and you've brought them back with you.
I only just went to Vermont like last year.
Only just.
But I'd never been there before, despite it being like 2 hours away from me.
Fine.
Just go to like a supermarket and get a Brooklyn, and you're like, great, Brooklyn, got it, tick.
That's true. I'm going to look back. Do you know what? I might have done this already.
Yeah, and I think I've had a Brooklyn as well, so I'm like, yeah, Brooklyn, great, done, tick. Because I think I saw they had their Stonewall beer on, and I was like, well, I'm having that. Which also they had at Lidl, and I nearly bought a whole pack of it because I was like, it's their Stonewall beer, so I want to support that. So I almost bought a whole pack of beers that I did not need because I wanted to buy the Stonewall beer because I'm fairly certain that money that at least a bit of it goes to charity. So I was like, I want it, but I don't need 12 Brooklyn beers. So I didn't buy it in the end, but
I use the Brooklyn Pilsner in my pizza dough at the moment, and it is a choice. So
you have to drink it. You can't eat it. You can't eat 10 different state beers.
I'm not going to count it. Like, I have to have drunk it. I get that.
Think of what you have in your fridge that you have to get rid of. Have a beer amnesty and get rid of all your American beers and be like, how many states can I tick off?
I do have a lot of pumpkin beers that I need to drink, actually.
I still have pumpkin beers, actually, so I don't know. I've been holding off because I didn't go this year when I was supposed to go to the US, so I'm like, I'm relying on you. Joanne, you're my only hope. Please.
I'm on a pumpkin beer mission when I'm over there.
Please.
8, drink a past beer school winner. I don't know what the beer school winners are. I'll have to look it up.
Unsure.
Because I don't know if I've done that. Attend an event at a brewery / beer-based event and write about it for the blog. I'm going to make a spread in my journal for this one. For one of the things that I've attended.
Written stuff and then not posted it. So yeah, that's a big no.
It's on the way. Cook, bake the same dish with 2 different beers and declare one the winner. I mean, I kind of do this anyway. Like, I make brownies with various different stouts in. I just haven't really thought about it.
You know what, though? If you are a person that is playing along with the Drink Harder challenge, one way, because you might go, well, I don't need 2 sets of baked goods or 2 meals with the same thing. Like, I think we were talking about this, and I think we might have talked about it but I think we were talking about it last quarter. Yeah, but to declare one the winner, that's really hard. What you can do is you can bake 2 sets of brownies, for example, and then freeze them. Brownies freeze really well. So like, you could spend a day baking 2 different sets of brownies, and then they're not going to waste because you just put them in the freezer, and then you can still declare the winner at the end of the day. So top tip, use your freezer wisely.
That's a good idea. There you go. Top tips. Drink a special at a dive bar. I've not been to a dive bar.
I've not gone to any dive bars yet. I'm thinking that if I don't go to one by October when I'm in Japan, that'll be the time.
Yeah. Drink a pale ale, an IPA, and a dipper that all have the same hop. Are we declaring that you don't have to do this in one sitting?
I think that's fair. In which case I've probably done it because you just get a C hop.
I might have done this. I need to go back and see which ones they are.
I would say yes, but to make it easier, like if we want to overachieve, do we want to say it's like single hopped, or do we? Because I feel like some of these are going to be hard to find them single hopped.
To get a pale ale and an IPA and a dipper that are single hop, that's going to be too hard.
All right, let's say like that's a stretch goal. If you manage to do that, you get double bonus kudos. You get queen of the variety.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
new award I've just made.
Yeah, we've just decided on. 13, create and play a drinking based game. I haven't done that.
No, I'm going to save that for either Halloween again, or when I watch my annual Hocus Pocus, or my annual Christmas films.
Yeah,
Although,
nice.
no, it's not really like I've heard of a really good drinking game that
Oh yeah,
was on Instagram. I just saw it the other day. When you have soju, which is a Korean like spirit, oftentimes when you drink soju, you drink it like in beer. Like you will pour a shot of it. You'll put a shot of it in your beer. Is a lot of
okay.
times how you might drink it. And they've got a game called, this is a really horrible name, it's called Titanic. And you put the shot glass inside of a glass of beer, and then everyone takes turns topping up with the soju, as much or as little as you want, but something has to go in that glass. And the person that submerges the shot glass has to drink the whole glass. So it's beer.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a glass of beer, just like a lager, like just a very basic light lager, and then you put soju in it, and then like in the shot glass. So you keep topping up the shot glass, and then when the shot glass submerges, that person has to drink. So I kind of want to play that. I'm not gonna lie. And so, I mean, soju is a like it. I do have. I literally have bottles of soju. So I'm like, yeah, this is easy. I've got this. I can do this. But there's never the right setting or the right group to do it. So we'll have to get together and play this game. It's great. Soju and beer is very good. I recommend.
Okay, 14. Ask for a recommendation from a bartender and drink it. You do this all the time. So I'm sure you've ticked this one up.
Literally all the time.
I specifically did it when we were at Little Earth Fest, like because the like all the beers at Little Earth Fest were so good that I was literally just like, here is my glass, give me whatever.
I allowed people to put
just give me
mango Pepsi Max in my bit. Like, you know, I mean, like, I was like, whatever, sure, cool, whatever you think, go for it.
You definitely did. It's better with mango Pepsi Max, though.
Actually was. And I'm actually quite mad about that.
I think everyone was.
I don't think the worst part. I think my favorite. I'm not naming names. I'm not outing people. I'm not gonna any of that. All I'm saying is, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But watching brewers try their own beer with mango Pepsi Max in it, and it was like, I promise you, this will be really good. And then they took a sip, and I was waiting, like I was like, what's the outcome? Like I was like, this isn't going to go down well. And then they were like, actually not that bad. And I'm like, I was waiting for someone to be like, no, this is terrible. But everyone was like,
how dare you?
It's actually not that bad though. Try it, mango Pepsi Max. Put it in your beer.
Try it in some sour beers.
I'm not even mad. It was really good.
We had an excellent time at Little Earth Fest, in case anyone was wondering.
And the best part is, I have mango Pepsi Max at home. So the first thing I did when I came home and I was like restocking the fridge is I saw the mango Pepsi Max and I died laughing because I was like, actually a very great mixer for beer.
Did anybody try the mango Pepsi Max in that weird lemon beer that we had? That was
I did.
Did it make it better?
Yeah.
Oh, you did, yeah, because that
a lot.
Yeah,
this was not. I feel like for anyone that's like, this was not yeah, this was not a UK brewery. It wasn't anyone that was there. It was a bottle that someone brought, and yeah, UK. I would say this beer was made better by mango
Pepsi Max.
Yeah,
amazing. Buy someone a drink on their birthday. I don't think I've been out with anyone on their birthday.
I bought my friend Amy a beer on her birthday.
Nice. Visit a brewery that serves food and enjoy a drink and a meal. Don't think I've done that either.
I probably have.
Probably do it in September.
Oh, at Little Earth Fest, I had a charcuterie board.
Oh, that's true.
Duh.
That is true. I did that too.
And I had food at Buxton, so actually, technically, that was first.
Okay, drink a beer each. Right, and I have a question about this one as well. So, drink a beer each that is in a bottle, in a can, on draft, on nitro, on cask, on side pull. I'm assuming this can be different beers at different times. We're just trying all the different...
I feel like different beers at different times is fair. I think if you do different beers at different times, that ticks.
Yeah.
But again, you get like the special golden good girl award if you get
If you do it
the
in,
same beer
like,
across
on
all
one
of them.
day.
Because I'm thinking, well, also like the
You
same.
won't get the same beer across all of them.
Well, could you, in theory, get a Budvar?
You're not going to get a Budvar on Nitro.
What if you have your own setup?
I mean, if you have your own setup, then yes, of course.
I did not take into consideration the nitro part of that.
I
was like,
that one out.
Bottled can, and I was like, side pull, yes. And then I was thinking draft, yes. And then I was like, cask, that's a stretch, but maybe.
I think I have done.
Didn't think nitro.
Do you know what? I think I did all of these in one day. Oh, did I? Yes, I think I did this all in one day yesterday.
Yeah, because you probably had side pull. You probably had Budvar, didn't you?
I had, because I had Budvar, so I had side pull. I had Jaipur on cask.
Phelan's left the building for anyone watching the video.
Phelan has left. She doesn't want to know. She doesn't
She's
care
done.
that I did this in one day.
She was like, rude, and then she left.
I had Vetra Coffee Black on Nitro. I had like everything else on draft, but I definitely had American beers in can and in bottle. I did all of them in one day.
All right, show off.
But yes, I think I did all of these in one day.
I feel like you're just showing off now.
I am, because I can. Drink a side-by-side of a barrel-aged beer and the beverage the barrel previously held. I haven't done this.
I haven't done that, but I think...
I feel like you've got to be very intentional
it just wouldn't...
with this one.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times the stuff that I'd be drinking that was... I think I'd have to find something that was like wild, like mixed firm type stuff, like funky stuff, or else like my default would be like, yeah, okay, fine, I'm having this, which is a, barrel aged in a red wine barrel, and then like red wine, I just feel like I'm not gonna want to have this and then like a red wine glass, and especially because half the time you have to open up a whole you could cheat, I guess, if something was aged in a tequila barrel, and then you could just shot of tequila.
Have a shot of tequila.
That's easy.
Yeah,
that would be an easy one. That's like a best case scenario, just to tick a box.
19, drink a non-alcoholic macro and a craft non-alcoholic you haven't had before.
I've had the non-alcoholic.
I've done this, I just haven't looked.
I've had the non-alcoholic craft because I've had Jaipur's, the non-alcoholic Jaipur from Thornbridge. Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Hadn't had that before. But the macro, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I need to get a non-alcoholic macro. 20, drink a whiskey drink, a vodka drink, a lager drink, and a cider drink in one sitting. I have not done this year because I've not been spending as much time with my work husband, Tom.
He's no longer your work husband. You are divorced. You are divorced, technically.
We're still considering.
He's a bit on the side.
He's my bit on the side, yeah, because he works somewhere else.
He's your bit on the side. Which, I guess, spoiler alert, you might hear.
It's very amicable.
You might hear him on here in an upcoming episode because, I mean, let's give a cheeky little spoiler. I learned what a meat raffle was. So please weigh in if you know in advance what a meat raffle is. Because Rick, I'm confident that Rick still thinks that it's a made up thing.
It's not.
I asked people at work. I got on a work meeting and I was like, hey guys.
Did they not know?
Just want to know. And these were people that are based Midlands. And I was like, oh, just want to know before we start this meeting. Does anyone know what a meat raffle is? And they were like, no. And I was like, do you know what a working men's club is? And they were like, yes. And I was like, okay, but meat raffle, hard no. And they were like, hard no.
What about meat draw?
No idea what you're talking about.
Did you call it a meat draw?
No, I called it a meat raffle. They thought it was American. I was like, absolutely not.
Because up north they call it a meat draw as well. So
okay, maybe I need to ask if that's what they're aware of. But when I explained what it was, they were like, not a clue. Literally clueless. And I went, this is really not helping Rick's idea that you guys made this up to mess with me. It was varying ages.
We didn't. We definitely haven't. Okay.
He was like, they might just be messing with you. And I was like,
we're not. We are definitely not messing with you. It is.
I Googled it. It seems
I literally sent you a picture of it happening in my village.
I Googled it as well and it's real. is a real thing.
It's real.
It's not an elaborate hoax.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about this in an upcoming episode.
Put a pin in that.
So be prepared. 21. Drink a stout with cocoa nibs, one with coconut, another with fruit, and a fourth with an unusual adjunct. I just haven't gone back through and seen if I've done this yet. I've definitely had some of those, I think.
I've done cacao nib.
I don't know if I've done coconut.
I've definitely done
Probably
cacao. Probably I've done coconut. I probably have done this one already, but I'm not 100% sure, so I need to go back and check.
I haven't written it down. 22. Go to a brewery and drink something they make that isn't beer.
I had at Siren, I've had their hot water. Does that count? But I didn't go there for that.
It's not beer. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. That counts then.
Yeah, that counts. 23. Tip the bill for your drinks and make someone's day. Tip 100%. I haven't done that.
I haven't done that yet because I was supposed to go to the US and I didn't. So
yeah, it feels like
I think it would be really awkward if I do it
People
here.
Be like, what? Yeah, they're like, why are you getting what? What are you doing? Here's some money back. And then 24. Turn a classic cocktail into a beer cocktail. I don't feel like I've done a beer cocktail in ages.
No, maybe we need to do another beer cocktail episode.
Yeah, maybe we need to do another beer cocktail episode. Tell us, listeners, if you'd like to hear another beer cocktail episode because we haven't done one in ages. So yeah, we've not done very many of the Drink Harder challenge either. We're halfway through the year. It's okay. We've still got 6 months to go. We can do some more of these.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if we posted our women's brew challenges that we came up with personally. To be honest,
we did.
So,
I posted it.
You actually did post it. Cool.
I posted it for people to do.
I was like not 100% confident if we ever followed through with posting ours. So.
I did.
Maybe we need to have like an amnesty.
If people want to join us in, if you want to join in, because I figured as well, because there's 40 prompts on that one, like we weren't expecting to complete it in a whole year. No. Like that, this one's going to run. So if you want to join us in the A Woman's Brew drinking challenge, I'll put the link. Like the link is always in our show notes.
Relink
and
it.
It's in my. I'll relink. I'll re-highlight it so you can find it. There is a PDF that has all of these on it, so you know what they are. That is available to you. It's also in my link. I'm pretty sure it's in my link tree, but we'll make sure that it's available and you can come and find it if you would like to join us.
Add it into my link tree because I definitely don't have it in mine. The one thing we didn't do to close things off, the one thing I didn't do yet, and I actually had a beer that I was going to use for this, but it didn't quite fit the brief. But we had our visual prompt, which was going to be the Curious Coven was our visual prompt. Should we roll this over, or did you do it? Did you do it?
So I drank that witch's chocolate stout that you brought me back from, where was it, Korea?
Yeah, it was South Korea.
And I drank that, and does that count because it's a witchy beer?
Do you feel that fits the brief?
I felt like it counted. So I felt like I'd actually done it this time.
Wow. I was going to drink. I've got one that I'm going to drink after this episode.
Okay.
And it's going to count. So like next time we do this,
you can say we'll
talk about it. Do we want to get another prompt?
Let's do it. Okay. Let's do another one for the next quarter.
All right. Let me get my helpful friend up. So I have just so I generated one photo and it was really normal, and Joe, I'll send you the photo. That's the normal one, just so you can see the normal one for comparison. But I asked it for a photo of a woman's brew, but as chaos goblins, because the first photo I got felt too normal. For some I've just sent it to her, very normal. You've just
sent it to me. Yeah, that's no fun. No, I like
and it's that one person says A Woman's Brew podcast and the other one says Chaos Goblins, and they're holding a label that says Chaos Goblin.
That's no fun.
But I wanted something that was going to be like, what are we looking for? So in this episode it says the label criteria for the next time will be loose but important, maximalist, cluttered, or goblin core aesthetic. I don't know what goblin core is.
So I just saw a book on this the other day that I nearly bought, and it's supposed to be like cozy, like staying at home, but also like chaotic and like, you know, you've got all the things.
I'm quite
So
upset by
maximalist.
this net. Well, yeah, I am maximalist. That's fine. All of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So far, I'm like, yeah, okay, tick. And the next one, I just feel really seen, and actually, it's quite
Yeah.
offensive. It's not very nice, is it?
No.
Creatures with wide eyes, snaggy teeth, and questionable intentions. And I'm like, you're right. Ouch.
Why are my intentions
Ouch.
questionable? Rude.
Yeah, but also I'm like, yeah, okay. I get it. Ouch. Strange combinations of imagery, e.g. mushrooms, lightning bolts, snack foods, odd colours, and the kind of label that makes you go, what the hell is that? But in the best possible way. And then the image that it created off the back end was indeed 2 goblins, one of which I assume is supposed to be me because it has pink hair. And it's got glasses, so I feel like I'm like, this is a bit rude, but it's like Harry Potter glasses, which at least my blue light glasses are not Harry Potter glasses, but fine. We'll go with this aesthetic. What I'm getting from this is D&D vibes. The label actually arguably looks like something that I feel like we've had from like Yankee and Kraut or something like that before. And I'm like, that is so excellent.
They're holding a can. It's got a purple label on it with like
coloured lightning bolts and stars,
pink and blue lightning bolts and stars,
confetti.
And I'm like, I feel like we've definitely had that here at some point.
It looks like something we've had actually, and then it looks like almost like a D&D dice bag, but then there's like gems everywhere. Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
I love it.
The other the U goblin, if that's what we're going to call it, the goblin with glasses and pink hair, is holding a tulip glass. Like, I'm like,
you know what?
I also respect glassware. Like, I like it.
I also respect that the nose isn't that big. So thank you. I will take that. Thank you very much. So I'm kind of like, I know that we're not like, I know. So like, I want to take a stand that like AIR is certainly not, absolutely not a replacement for paying an artist and having them do like the real thing. But what I like about it is chaos and it's absolute slop. And that means that you never know what you're going to get. It's randomized. So like the idea of us trying to match a beer to
that aesthetic
makes me laugh. It's very funny, and I feel like it would be hard to pay someone without knowing what the outcome was going to be. And also we lose money on this podcast, so I'm like, I can't really afford that. So I'm like, this is a bit of fun where it's like just give me chaos and then we can try to match a beer to it. And I feel like this is a good one. So now I'm gonna have to get 2 beers in that match. We've only started doing this from Q1 into Q2, so now we've got Q2 into Q3. So now we've got 2 that I've got to do. So great, I look forward to it.
Okay. Well, listeners, you let us know how your beer goals are going. Have they fallen off the rails like ours have? Let us know.
Marie Kondo them. Marie Kondo them. Get rid of them. You don't need them.
We're having a hard 6-month reset. Like, keeping those that serve us and getting rid of those that don't. Let us know where you're at with those, because we've done terribly this year, but we're still having a great time, and that's all the really.
Let us know about your year.
Some great beer.
Let us know about your first 6 months.
Yeah, let us know. And Tori, if people want to get hold of you and tell you about their first 6 months of the year, where can they get hold of you?
They can. Sorry, Phelan has surprisingly popped back up under my desk, and I was like, oh. She came in while we were doing our AI prompts, and I was like, oh. Yeah, they can find me on Instagram at adventures_in_optimism, or at Gmail at adventuresinoptimism@gmail.com, or on my website that I have many drafts in play of, but nothing yet published, really. Nothing properly published. adventuresinoptimism.com. If you want to reach out to Joe and I and tell us where you've been so far in the first 6 months of the year, what goals you've achieved, what goals you're looking forward to achieving, what you want us to try to do in the next 6 months. What is your Goblin Core error? Tell us about that. You can come and find us on Instagram and Facebook at A Woman's Brew. You can email us at awomansbrewpodcast@gmail.com, or you can go on our website, which, to be honest, because I haven't updated my stuff and Jo hasn't really updated her stuff, there's no proper updates other than you get the latest episode.
The podcast?
Yeah, you get the podcast stuff.
The podcast gets updated.
But all those extras, not quite there yet. They will be, but it's a woman's brew podcast.beer.beer. Jo, if people want to follow you, where can they follow you?
You can get hold of me. I'm Love Beer Learning on Instagram. I need to do like a little bit of a refresh on my profile over there, I think. You can also find me at my website, which is lovebeerlearning.co.uk. One of my beer goals is to move my website over. So I'm working on that. So you will see a change there. Go and have a look now to see what it looks like now. By the end of the year, it's going to look different. So come check out my website, which is lovebeerlearning.co.uk before it changes. Or you can email me lovebeerlearning@gmail.com. All right. I'm going to go make some beer pizza.
I'm going to go just have some more beer because now I've just got water. So cheers.